the power decided to glitch out, and that means that the internet is down for several minutes. And when the power came back, I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna take a break. So, yeah, let's go and... Why is it? There we go. But yeah, anyways. Oh my lord. That glitched so bad on my end, I do not know what the hell just happened. Let's... Oh my lord. Everything's just jerking around, yanking around. Everything's just glitching. Even IRL. It is a pain. No matter... Oh my lord. Oh my lord. That joke is just so bad. There we go. I do need to take a look at how much money I have already. Oh lord. I need to grab one more of the... I might have the crap. No, I'm gonna leave one of them. So is this the plasma? That's not it. Is Louis on? I can't tell. Yeah, it's the plasma. Oh my lord. I don't need that though. I need a new pick though. A silk pick. That is amending. I don't need... Wisdom, I don't... My lord. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm watching Phoenix's stream. She's going around wait, what? I'm not. I'm not trans. I'm not a girl. I'm what? The mental double take was just. Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. Is this my. Oh, Lord. Alright. What the hell is that? Should be good. Wait, I also need wisdom. Just in case. the back alleyway? Oh my lord. The freaking back alley. You know what? I might just keep the unbreakable. Grab the wisdom one. Or is it? Oh, there we go. Telekinesis! I knew I had one more that was missing. Okay, where's my telekinesis? There's a lifting 3. Damn it. Oh, Lord. I just one-shot that dude?
Hmm.
just saw this post here on Twitter. I'm just scrolling because, there's not much to do till Alice and Error get back on. And I see this one about Ella Emhoff, the stepdaughter of former Vice President Kamala Harris. And apparently she had this like chat thing where she's like, I'm just sitting here crocheting, waiting for a friend. And I was just listening to this podcast that the Wall Street Journal put out about SSRIs and anti-anxiety meds and the kind of overprescription of them in America. And it was making me think a lot because I've been on SSRIs for over a decade. Almost 15 years probably. And they were calling out the lack of research on long-term use of these things. They were calling out the lack of information that doctors give about coming off these meds and the kind of psychological effects they can have. And it really got me thinking how little thought I've thought about that naively, obviously. But I've noticed that every time I've gone off it for a week or missed it for whatever reason, like it has been really hard for me and I've had a really hard time. And I guess this is just something I was wondering if you guys have thought about, or relate to, or kind of consider when you're thinking about going on meds like that. Because I don't know if this is something that I feel like is being talked about enough, because I feel like so many of us are on these meds, and this is like actually happening. Like, people get off of them, and they kind of break down, and it can be really bad. So yeah, just want your general thoughts. And it's kind of surprising because you don't really expect someone like related to, such a staunch leftist to actually have like coherent thoughts. You'd think that any sort of like logic would have been practically beaten out of her by this point. But I guess Kamala can't do everything. Fortunately. And it's really cool to see people like that actually starting to stop and think for once. Like, hey, we've been told this the whole time. Is this actually the case, or is it just another situation where, well, we've been lied to? Okay, we got 2 stacks worth. I got merchant oak, or yeah, you know what? I think I could probably pull off dark and pale. Yeah, or let's check if there's chat. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I mean, it kind of highlights as well, like the almost cavalier nature that a lot of us have towards like other people's safety, even our own. Because it's like, it'll be fine. I mean, my mom believed that about pretty much everything, and it didn't always end up well. Uh, I mean, for just an easy like example, my brother was once freaking out about like something had felt like it had gotten in his knee, and my parents were like, we'll give it a night. He's like crying and sobbing. I think that, yeah, and then they finally took him to the ER and they found out that there was like a little needle embedded into his joint. And yeah, like, oh, it's not much of a problem. Oh, shit. There's a piece of metal in there that's not supposed to be in there. It was kind of a wake-up call for them, honestly. Like, hey, maybe we should take our kids' health a little more seriously, you know? Actually put more effort into their lives. Fortunately, it wasn't something like, I don't know, cancer or something that could actually kill him, but it definitely was causing him a lot of pain, and it definitely was a wake-up call. Okay.
On to my suffering. Okay, now it's time to start trading. We're gonna have to pick 2 of the farmers to try and go with, and then try and get whichever one is closest to the end. Alright, so one of the trades the farmer wants is milk. No, I've never tried to milk a cow in this version of the game, so let's see. Oh, I got some. Oh, that was easy. It's not the fact that it kicks me in the face. Here it is, boys. 1 emerald for 6 cookies. We've done it. All right, here we go. Level 5. There it is. For 15 emeralds. That's a steal. I will take it. Yo, let's go. One of the big reasons I wanted looting was because to finish off the game, we're going to need to AFK for a lot of resources. Now, since I placed the Infernal Enchanter over here, by accident, we're going to have to bring bookshelves here to be able to enchant. However, there's also one other problem. I only have 24 levels of experience, and to get a level 3 enchant on this, I'm going to need 30 levels. Okay, but we're going to AFK here a little while to get some more experience points and then see where we're at. Okay, now it's time to see if we got any experience. Oh yeah, we did. Oh, that thing works. Okay, 38 levels. That's enough for looting 3. Okay, we gotta grab up all these bookshelves and move them to where I placed the Infernal Enchanter. So if we surround it like this, I think it just works like a normal enchanting table. Now, if I put this in, it costs 60 levels. Is that because the sword's already enchanted? Okay, time to test out my theory. Oh, I was right. Oh, I was such a genius. It wants higher levels if there's previous enchantments. All right, so if I do this and this, why can't I get to level 30? Okay, so I think I need more bookshelves. It appears that this system can accept bookshelves from a wider range. In normal Minecraft, they can only be 1 block away, but it appears in this version they can be 2. Okay, I'm hoping this is enough bookshelves, but I honestly have no idea. Let's go. Looting, sword. Looting 3. All right, now that we have looting, we have to start progressing towards our next goal. This entire time we've been trying to get a soul forge, but one thing has been stopping us. It's only sold by the librarian, and we need a manuscript to get the librarian to level 2. Now, the developer just released a new update which fixed the issues of manuscripts spawning in structures, so now we can actually find them. That being said, we have searched the area all around us and our home base, so we're gonna have to head somewhere new to find the manuscripts. Now, we have an ocean directly this way, so I'm thinking the best idea is just to boat that way and hope that we find some more land pretty close. Okay. A mushroom island. Is this good? Hold up. Can I? Oh my goodness, we can get this would have been really useful for the trading we were just doing. If the stack sizes are 16, that's going to be an issue. They are. Ooh. I mean, we know where this is, so we can come back to it. All right, I've marked this down so I can find it later, but I think we have to keep looking. Oh, we found ourselves another swamp and a jungle. There's a temple over there. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Now, the manuscript isn't a guarantee to be in there. It's just that its odds increased. So let's just hope we get lucky. Okay, this is the first chest. Ah, dang it. There's nothing. Okay, that sucks. Oh, a desert temple. Okay, we got to be real careful here, boys. Gosh, dang it. Whoa. Okay, we're not screwing this one up. Are you actually serious? The block was here. Why did it fall there? The block was broken here. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're not screwing this one up. Okay, we take enchant. Now we're going a far ways away. Okay, where are we? Okay, we have to destroy the TNT. That's the plan. Okay, it's destroyed. Give me... Seriously? I finally get one and it's got nothing. Come on. Hey, time for our 80th enchant table. A mob must have spawned in there. Are you actually kidding? Oh, I haven't been here. Oh, come on. It's another one with nothing. Oh, here we go. That's what we need. Finally. Okay, we are set. Cool. Of course, that had to happen. Guess we're hanging out down here for the night, boys, and praying that nothing can get to us. All right, now they have the manuscripts, we need to make it back home. Ha, it's another temple that I don't need. I'm so sick of those temples. All right, we found the Mushroom Island again, and this is going to be important. It's going to be important because mushrooms are really, really useful and super difficult to farm. So what we're going to do is sail straight from this Mushroom Island back to the mainland, then mark the spot where we can sail back to it, so later we can get more mushrooms if we need them. All right, let's level these boys up before anything gets any crazier. You're leveled up, and you're leveled up. Let's go. Okay, all right, level 3, boys. Yo, there it is. Oh, Soul Forge. Boys, we've done it. We have gotten the Soul Forge, which means we can now go and make a totally new set of armor. Now, I'm not sure we have enough Soul Forge steel right now to make a full set of armor, but we're gonna make as much as we can. So these are all the nuggets and ingots that we currently have. Now, this armor is similar to leather in that it needs those straps. All right, so we make 2 of these, just like we had to make the diamond one, but this is where things change. That is so insane. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's compare this. So small hunger cost, medium hunger cost, plus 4 armor weight, plus 8 armor weight. So this one slows down as much. Knockback resistance. Okay, so it actually has the same. It has the same protection as diamond, but it just doesn't give you as many of the negative buffs. Looks like netherite armor. Kind of sick. It's a little disappointing that it's not better in all ways. However, other things do benefit. First thing we need to do is make a bunch of halves, and then it's something like this. Yeah, refined pickaxe. Okay, so the sword does more damage than my sword. That's good. Now, my other question is mining speed. So let's compare the mining speeds here. All right. It's faster. All right, I don't have enough Soul Forge steel to make any more bits of armor. Now, we could go AFK our mod render, which we will do eventually, but first, I want to focus on villagers a bit. I kind of want to breed a couple of the more useful ones, but to do that, it requires diamonds. And I don't want to use any of the diamonds that I currently have. I've been wanting to try out the fortune scroll I got a little while ago, and now that I have a refined pickaxe, I think it's the best time. All right, so we throw this in and this in. Level 3, boys. Fortune 3. Now, instead of diamonds, it'd be really good to get some extra coal so we can make a lot of permanent torches, and gold or anything else we find down there would be also really useful, but we're mainly going there for diamonds. All right, so we're able to get a few more resources from mining. Now I think it's a pretty good time to spend some time at the mob grinder and get the rest of the soul flux we need to make a full set of armor. And then the only thing left to do is get enchantments from villagers and start making our way towards the end. All right, time to AFK. Okay, so we've been up here for a while and we only have 1 stack of food left, which means we should go down and see what we got. Are those ender pearls? Ooh, that's super good. No way. No freaking way. That's soul flux. Okay, so soul flux is normally only obtainable if you get endstone. Not only does it make soul steel armor, which isn't a big deal because we have nuggets now, it also levels up potions. This is interesting. I feel like we could have gotten more. Okay, and then lastly, okay, with this, we should be able to make a complete set of armor. You know, thinking more about this, I'm not actually sure this is going to be enough ingots. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be enough. Okay, so if we make 6 more of these, we'll see how far we can get. All right, so we can make the leggings, we can make the helmet, but we can't make the boots. That's okay, because either way we're going to have tan leather, so we couldn't actually make the rest unless we get some more. Now, I did some research, and thankfully one of the villagers actually sells tan leather, which is going to be super good. So I've noticed that some of the scrolls we can collect from mobs, and some of them we have to collect from villagers. I looked it up, and protection can only be gotten from mobs, and guess which one? Slimes, the literal worst creature ever created. All right, so now it's time to head to a swamp and try and see how long this will take. Okay, yeah, this might not be going well. Okay, so I looked on the wiki, and there's a 1 out of 1,000 chance that 1 slime is gonna drop it. Okay, this is looking like a terrible plan right now. I'm not sure if we can make a slime farm in this version of the game, but with how much damage my armor is taking, I am not loving this strategy. Okay, I'm gonna do some quick research and see if in 1.6 you can make a slime farm. Okay, so we're in another world right now testing things, and I know for sure the new mob farm design doesn't work. You see, the mushrooms are supposed to emit a light level that only allows slimes to spawn, but apparently that doesn't work. Back in 1.6, there's only one other type of slime farm, and you needed a slime chunk to do it. The only problem is we don't know our coordinates, so using a slime chunk finder wouldn't be possible, which means at this point, we don't have a way to get protection scrolls. Okay, I only have one thought on how you might be able to do this. Normally, I might just give up because, let's be honest, maybe I don't really need protection, but ever since the person in the Discord server said that the public are the bulls, Ever since the person in the public Nightmare server said that the Bed and Wolves, like their entire group, has only ever gotten 12 scrolls, this makes me want to go do it now. Oh, why am I so stupid? I have a thought. If we can build an absolutely gargantuan mob grinder, slimes will spawn in it, and although we won't be able to use looting, every 1,000 slimes, in theory, we get a scroll. I could make this hyper efficient. The problem is that in Bed and Wolves, you can't move around water, so making a really big mob grinder is difficult. But there is one item that can move water, and I haven't used it before, and I don't know how it works. But I'm thinking we go back to the base and we test it, and we see if it's possible to build a mob grinder. Okay, so I've seen this item a few times being talked about, but I don't know how well it works. It's called a screw pump, and apparently it can push water further than normal. Okay, let's go and play with this thing and see if we can figure it out. So let's say we have a stream of water, and then if we bring some power over to it from wherever the heck it needs it. Oh, I'm confused. Why did it stop? Interesting. It seems to work on intervals every once in a while. That's terrible. Like, completely useless. Terrible. I'm gonna do some research on the wiki and see if maybe we're doing something wrong. Alright, so I've thought about it, I've mulled over it, and I think there's a type of farm we can design in the swamp that could get us this. One of the hardest things to figure out is going to be the engineering of it all, mainly how the drops are processed and how the power is distributed, and how to get the mobs to a certain area to be killed, but that comes later. Right now we need to worry about resources. We're going to need a ton of wood, and we're going to need a ton of cobblestone, so that is first on my shopping list. I have just come up with a really, really good idea. You know how we need a ton of cobblestone to make this farm? What if we build a tunnel to the swamp biome, therefore getting all the cobblestone, and then we lay tracks on it so we can get to the farm and back really quick. This is going to replace our other mob farm as well, as it'll get all sorts of drops. And this tunnel is purely for resources, not because I want to build a giant rail system. Nope, just to make it more practical. That's why I'm doing it, not because I want to have fun. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, the first thing we need to do though is pick up all the old tracks. Okay, I think I'm gonna start the tunnel under our base, but I'm gonna go all the way down to bedrock. This way, we have a higher chance of getting things like diamonds and other valuables while we're going on our way. Alright, the tunnel is mostly dug. Now it's time to put all the tracks. I'm not sure if this is gonna be enough, but it'll at least be enough for a start. Okay, so we've gotten to the swamp. I think the best area to build the farm is gonna be over there. So all we have to do is park this somewhere close to it. Alright, this area should be good enough to build a little platform on. Okay, I think everything is made. It's time to transfer the resources to the location to build. So, we have a bit of a problem. I came back to the base to do a bit more farming, and I was sleeping in my bed for like 20 minutes, and when I came outside, I saw this. Yeah, it's bad. When I went to walk on it, this is what happens. Yep, it withers you and gives you blindness. I have no idea how it got here, but this is super bad. I don't know if mobs can spawn on it. I don't know what's going on. So, okay. Game plan. I'm gonna talk to the mod author and figure out what the heck this is, because I've never seen this before, and then try and figure life out. Okay. So, you remember a while ago when we killed the Wither, and he made that dirt that was slightly darker? I noticed it at the time, but I didn't think much of it. I thought he just killed the earth, which he did. However, those blocks have a 0.001% chance of turning into a darker version, which eventually they turn into this, and then they spread. This sucks. Oh, crud. Now, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the problem of my world being eaten by this, but at least I'm gonna take out everything in my base so we can get around, and then, I don't know, continue working on the slime farm, I guess? Oh, boy. Let's hope it doesn't spread out of simulation distance. We could build a floor out here now to connect everything, or at least a bridge, but I think for now I'm gonna leave it since our main focus is kind of off base. We've gathered a ton of food in the meantime, so I think it's a good idea if we smelt it, get a bunch of these dinners ready, and then head over to start building the slime farm. Alright, this seems to be enough food for now. Okay, we should be going fast enough on our minecart that we're not going to link this disease anywhere near our new farm, at least in theory. Go. What? Oh, yeah, looks like we're safe over here. Okay, so I don't really have a blueprint for this farm. I'm just gonna kind of make it up as I go. The first thing we need to establish is a big body of water, and I think I'm gonna use this. Okay, so we're gonna need an area down here where we can push the mobs into a grinding system. We're gonna need to utilize water to do that, so we need to save a little bit of this water, but get rid of the rest. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is find the most center location. I think this is gonna work. Then we just surround it by 4 blocks. Actually, slimes are bigger, so we're gonna actually wanna make this a little bit larger. I'm gonna bring it out a couple more blocks on either side. Okay, so this is a 5x5 center area. Now we have to start working with the water inside here. To begin, I'm gonna block this all up to see what water we need to keep. Now we can get rid of all the water on this part. Okay, so the center point is built. This is going to be the crucial point where we're going to end up pushing all the mobs to their deaths. Now what we have to worry about is the water on the other side that will collect the items after the mobs have been killed. Okay, to start, I'm going to box out an area here where we're going to get rid of most of the water. So if I do this, there we go. So now all the mobs will get pushed down here. This is going to be a wall of saws eventually, but for now I just want to get the water systems going. Now we need to duplicate this on all 4 sides. Okay, so we have the water chambers all set up at the bottom now. Now we need to build the actual platform that the mobs are going to spawn on. Okay, we have all the platforms done, and now we have to worry about the walls. Similar to the rest of this farm, we have to extend the walls higher. This will ensure that all sizes of slime spawn inside. Now that the walls are done, it's actually a good opportunity to use wood on the roof. Now I'm going to use wood as the filler here instead of cobblestone to build the next layer. Okay, so most of this part of the farm is done, but before we do the roof, I want to deal with the mob processing unit below. Okay, the first thing we need to set up is how the mobs actually drop their loot. The system that I'm thinking of is to place saws like this, and as the mobs run into them, they'll get cut, dropping the loot below, which will drop down there. Now, powering all of this is going to be a tremendous pain. Okay, so now we have to deal with power and where it's going to come from and how we're going to deliver it. To start, we'll place all the axles like that. Now, power is obviously going to have to come every other. So if we do this, power coming from this way, and then we do something like this. All right, most of our engineering is going to be on this side of the mob grinder, so I'm going to use these buckets to clear out the water around here and get it set. Okay, so I place this here, and then we get rid of the dirt. It should, there we go, fit the water wheel. Okay, so then what I can do, it should turn everything. Okay, so this should work. Now let's see if all of our saws are on. They're all on. Okay, nice. Now we need to deal with the hoppers, which are going to be a lot more painstaking. So, and then finally to here. Okay, nice. Dang, it's actually crazy that we figured this out to this extent. I remember when I first tried this stuff and it was so confusing. Now I think it all works together nicely. With that out of the way though, I think we can close up the mob farm and start getting to work. All right, we gotta delete all the torches on this level and then make our way up to the top. As well as, we have to place all these vine traps in the middle to act as false blocks, increase the amount of mobs that will fall. Okay, we have everything ready. Now we need to close this up and get rid of all these torches. All right, we're ready. So if we connect this, everything should start. Nice. We can grab all of our food. All right, and now we need to pillar up and build an AFK chamber way above this mob grinder. Okay, this should be tall enough. Now we can build a little platform out here. We can place our bed down here. If I take this vine and I place it here, it should start to grow downwards. And then we just build some walls out of cobblestone. And then, of course, to keep the lightning from smacking us in the face, we'll place a lightning rod up here. All right, this all should keep us safe. Now we just have to sleep in the bed, take off our armor, and eat for a really, really long time. All right, boys. So it's been a few hours, and now it's time to see how much stuff we got. All right. Ooh, dang. Experience bottles. That's new. 2 scrolls of protection. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, another one. Let's go. We need one more. Oh, let's go. We got all 4. Okay, so all the nuggets are gonna get us nearly a stack of these ingots, which is well enough to make the boots that I need, and the rest of the tools that we'll need to take on the Ender Dragon. Now that we have everything, though, we need to head back to the base and start figuring out what we want to do next. Okay, now that we have our protection, there's only a couple things left we need to do. There's 3 enchants that could be helpful to us: sharpness, unbreaking, and power. I have a better idea. I think it might be wise if we got 2 sets of Soul Forge armor, which I think is attainable. So let's ignore breaking. So then all we need is sharpness and power. Power we're gonna get naturally through training the librarian. So sharpness is the only one we need to go out of our way for. All right. So currently our blacksmith wants a hibachi to level up, and our librarian wants some more items. Okay, let's see how far we can get with trading now that he's leveled up. Boys, we've done it. So if I put this in here, oh, he's maxed out. There it is, the sharpness scroll. Let's go. Okay, so now if I give him the sharpness scroll, let's go. Okay, now that the sharpness scroll, there's only one thing to do, and that's finish leveling up the librarian. To level up the librarian, we're gonna need a few special blocks. To make these other blocks that the librarian's gonna need, we need to make a bunch of these redstone eyes. There we go. We can make a bunch of these buddy blocks. Okay, we have 7 of them. That should be good. Now the other block we need to make is called a block dispenser. All right, I think 4 is gonna be enough. I think between these 2, we should have enough blocks plus all the other items to get them leveled up. All right, time to see how far these blocks and other items are gonna take us. Whoa, Ender Spectacles. Okay, I know that Ender Spectacles require a lot of those spectacle eye things. Yeah, which means we're gonna need gold for that. I kind of figured it was just 2 of them. And then we need to get some leather, and then it goes in the middle. Okay, we have the Ender Spectacles. All right, so if I trade this guy the Ender Spectacles, max level. There it is. Our power scroll and the Eye of Ender trade that will unlock the end portal, finishing our second last quest of the game, defeating the Ender Dragon. Okay, now that we have everything, we need to start working our sets of armor and the last couple resources we're gonna need. Mainly golden apples and then another 4 protection books. We're also gonna need the experience to enchant. We can kind of do all of this at the same time. Okay, I think first thing we should do is make the second set.
Good timing too. That's it. It's more for dinner. Now that they have food. I don't know how long I have to be figuring out for my food. You can
set of armor that we want. Okay, we'll make our second chest plate. And then, let's see if we have enough to make the leggings. We do. Okay, I've been able to make 4 more, so now I make a helmet, and I think this is enough for the boots too. Do this, there we go. We have our second full set. Now, enchanting this is gonna be a bit tricky. The first thing I wanna do is take the Infernal Chanter and bring it back here. And the only way I can do that is if I make a Soul Forge pickaxe. The first thing we have to do is make 3 of these, and then if we come back to our Soul Forge, yeah, we can make our refined pickaxe. I already have one. Okay, maybe I'll save these then. We need to use this to go and mine up our Infernal Enchanter. Okay, while I'm here, I wanna grab a power book, and then let's see if this thing can break the Infernal Enchanter. Okay, good. All right, and then we'll grab our bookshelves, and we'll head back to the base. Okay, we're gonna set up a new area for the enchanting. I feel like right here is a good spot for it. Somewhere that's inside so we don't light it on fire again. All right, let's place it here. Okay, and now we just surround it with the bookshelves. So I put protection in. Nice. So it only does go to level 4, which is unfortunate. If I do this, protection 4. Yo. Okay, now we need 2 more things. We have 4 more scrolls, so we have 2 full sets of armor, and then we need the experience to add everything on, such as sharpness onto our swords, power onto our bow, etc. To do that, I'm gonna use the mob grinder close to my base since it collects XP already. We'll collect 3 levels, come back, enchant, and so on. But first, I think we should get the other 4 scrolls, smelt down this armor, repair it, and then spend some time at the mob farms to fully complete the sets. Okay, so since we're laying this mob farm run first, I'm gonna empty all the resources in this chest over here, so we don't have to worry about running back to the base to unload it all. Okay, so all these chests are empty, which means we can get back to the top, spend some time here, and hopefully collect some more protection scrolls. All right, so it's been a couple more hours. Now it's time to see what we got. Oh, 2 protection scrolls. Oh, another protection scroll. Yes, let's go. 5 protection scrolls. That's more than we need, but I'll take it. Okay, there's no soul flux from what I saw, which is unfortunate to say the least. But I'm going to take some of the more valuable resources back to the base that'll help us prep for the fight. All right, there's 2 more things we need to make here, and to do it, we need more soul forge. So I'm assuming that the sword is something like this. Okay, yeah, refined sword. For our refined sword, we have sharpness. Then we have 1 full set of plate armor, and that we need protection for all these 3 pieces. Then we have a composite bow. We want power for. Now we just melt this armor down to repair it. All right, then we need to remake all of our steel armor plates and make a chest plate, and then a pair of leggings, our helmet, and then finally our boots. We'll put this on for now just to be safe, and we'll put the scrolls for it in here. And we have our extra scroll. Now I'm gonna take this vessel of the dragon and some of our engineering stuff. Now we're gonna go over to our mob farm, set up this vessel of the dragon so we have 2 going, let it run for a while, and then see how much experience we can get. All right, I'm gonna put the other dragon vessel right here, and then we have the soul sand to filter the experience down to it. Oh, this stuff is gonna spread all out here now. That's so sad. Okay. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes or so, and that whole area is gone now. That's nice. But I want to see how much experience we have after this, because I know we're not gonna have a lot of resources, but I'm not sure how quickly the XP gathers, especially now that we have 2 dragon vessels. Okay, so we did get 40 levels, which isn't a crazy amount. So now we're gonna run back to the base, enchant something, come back, AFK, rinse, and repeat. Man, this is gonna take a while to do everything. Okay, so we've run into a slight issue. The enchanting is going well, and we only have like 4 items left. However, I've run out of food. I have plenty of carrots and potatoes, but I just don't have meat, so we're gonna have to go on another food run. However, to do that, my looting sword that I had before is pretty much broken, which means we need to waste 30 levels and enchant a new one. Additionally, there was a little bit of corruption that seems to have happened. I'm not sure why. Earlier, the world had some crashing issues and I had to fix some things, and it looks like some of this chunk got corrupted. I have looked through everything, and I haven't noticed anything else other than this brewing stand that shouldn't be here as we used it earlier. So I'm gonna just eat it because we shouldn't have it. I think I quick look through all the chests, and I haven't noticed the items that are abnormal that we didn't have before. So I think it has something to do with the physical chunk. Just like this grass block here, I don't remember it being there. So something happened, but I'm not exactly sure what. That being said, though, we've exhausted all the food near us, which means we're gonna have to use the ocean to get access to some more. First, I'm gonna enchant a better sword rather than a diamond sword. I'm gonna use a refined one. I'm still not 100% sure that this gives us more durability, but it's a safe bet that it does. And then on my infernal enchanter over here, I can throw looting 3 on it, which is gonna be super good. Now we're gonna have to take a quick run, try and find an island, and collect some more food. All right, the last piece of armor is in. We have this set fully enchanted. We have this set fully enchanted, sharpness 5, and a power 5 bow. There's only one thing remaining: golden apples and potions. We have 2 avenues we can explore for golden apples. Either we can trade with the villager for soul flux and a regular golden apple and he'll enchant it, or we can AFK our gold farm. We're getting close to no soul flux for hours worth of AFKing at the mob farm, so I'm not sure that's the way I want to go. That being said, it takes hours to get a golden apple at the gold farm. There is one reason I might want to keep the soul flux. I discovered that if you put in a brewing stand with level 1 potions, it turns them into level 2 potions, which is really good. Okay, I decided that I think I'm going to start with doing a 5-hour session at the mob grinder, see how much we get, and then decide if we need to go to the gold farm. Okay, so it's been, I think, like 6 hours, but we didn't spend all of it in the bed. We spent like 90% of it. So now it's time to see how many things we collected in that time. 13 and 7 ender pearls. That's not a lot. Okay, let's grab all the soul forge out of here as well and head back to the base. Okay, so that's 42 soul flux, which if the villager trades on an average from 4 to 8 soul flux per golden apple, we're still only getting a max of 10. Either way, we're going to the nether. We'll just see how much gold we get from it and see if it's enough to balance it out. I want 18 golden apples before we enter the end. I've collected a little bit more food now. We have tons of ender pearls because shadow zombies apparently drop them now, which is amazing. Now we just have to go back into the nether, AFK the gold farm for a while, and see what it can do for us. Okay, let's hope this is enough hoppers to collect all these mobs. Okay, I think I'm gonna spend a few hours here, see how much gold we get, and then see if we're ready to take on the ender dragon. Okay, so it's been a few hours, and now it's time to see how much gold we collected. And now we can just throw it through the portal. This is the easiest system ever. All right, that should be everything. Okay, now we just stand here and continuously yeet everything to the portal again. Okay, we'll throw whatever gold we have in here. Okay, now we have a little bit more gold in this, but this is pretty much the max we have. So we can make 4 golden apples with this. Now, there's one other part to this problem, and that's we don't have a lot of normal apples as they are. I've been getting them from farmer villagers, but they trade them pretty periodically. So we might have to go and chill back at the villager station for a while just to collect all the apples. We'll do all the trading, and then we can deduce if we have enough golden apples or if we need to wait longer. All right, let's see if any of these farmer villagers have any apples for me. Okay, nobody does. This is probably gonna take a while to get all the apples that we need. Excuse me. Oh my freaking goodness. They changed the recipe. What? Is this a bug? I'm gonna text the mod author. What? Are you actually kidding me? Okay, I talked to the mod author and I figured out what they did. We made such a stupid mistake earlier. Okay, so earlier in the challenge when I looked at the crafting menu, I did notice that normal apples could be enchanted golden apples by using ingots, but I also noticed there's a recipe for blocks. So what I assumed at the time was that the recipe program was broken and that blocks were still the natural way. What I didn't know was you could make enchanted golden apple both ways, with blocks or ingots. So we wasted 24 blocks on our wither fight when we could have just used ingots. Now they've removed the other crafting recipe, so it's not an issue. I don't even need to use soul flux anymore. I just need apples. I mean, I'm not upset about it because it's way better. I'm just sad about it. Now we're just gonna have to wait and try and trade for some apples. Apples here. There it is, boys. The last apple. Now we have all the apples that I want. I could make them the golden apples right now, but they're not stackable, so get them back to the base. It's easier to keep them as regular apples. Okay, we're gonna start filling up this chest with everything we want to bring, including the many potions that we need to brew now. I'm gonna use all the soul flux to make them level 2 potions. I'm also gonna take our ender pearls and get all the eyes of ender that we can from the librarian. Now, one of the last things I want to make is a special type of arrow. So the normal type of arrow is string, 6, feathers, flint, and we get these, which do additional damage compared to the butted arrow. But while I was looking, I noticed there was something called the broadhead arrow. The arrow tip is soul forge. Crazy expensive, but I think since our entire life depends on it, very much so worth it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be plenty enough arrows. Holy. Okay, I think this is everything we need for the fight. We have the enchanted golden apples, as well as the ability to make more enchanted apples. We're gonna make them at the end portal since transferring everything there is gonna be difficult. So we have stacks of health 2 potions, 2 stacks of regeneration potions, 3 of each strength and fire res potions with 8 minutes each, another set of armor, the sword we'll be using, the bow we'll be using, another pickaxe because ours is almost broken, and a bunch of food. All right, with all the supplies collected now, there's only one more thing I still want. Blocks, but not normal blocks. I'm gonna extract as much sandstone as I can from this area since these blocks aren't affected by gravity. Okay, so I think 3 stacks of sandstone is gonna be enough. Now we have to begin transporting all these items to wherever the end portal is, which I can only hope is not crazy far away. Okay, it's just daytime, which means we have a max amount of time to hopefully find this thing before nightfall comes. However, since my base is surrounded by death, let's just see what direction it goes. That way, eh? It might be a good idea then to minecart out of our base and then travel that way. Oh, I think we're circling in on it. I started walking a little bit in the snow plains this direction, and the portal is now pointing backwards. Close, boys. Oh, it's going this way now. Where are you gonna take me? This way more? Okay. Hey, friend. All right, the end portal is somewhere in this area, so I'm just gonna start digging down and hope I can find it with some sort of staircase here. Okay, that's a stronghold, boys. Okay, now we need to try and locate where the actual end portal is. Oh my gosh. Oh, stop blowing my torches. Ah, that's such a pain. Nope. Dang it. This is just a snapshot of what the end fight is going to be. Oh boy. Holy freaking crap, that was crazy. And I bet you guys thought I was over-preparing for this. That erased half of my durability. Okay, so that experience in the stronghold really made me think. My entire armor set is almost ruined. There's no way that the end isn't full of these mobs. So I'm going to bring a 3rd armor set with us, and since I have 1 protection scroll hanging around somewhere, we'll enchant part of it. This will be sort of our last resort armor. I'm going to enchant this with protection 4, and now the last thing we need is a bunch of torches. I'm also thinking it might be wise if we have night vision. Not that will save us from gloom, but at least we can see. All right, a stack and a half of torches should be plenty, I hope. Okay, here's our hole back into the depths of death. We're going to see if we can find this freaking end portal. Ah! Okay, just leave that guy in there. Ah! Chill, boys, chill. Oh, it's the end portal. Okay, I want to try and keep this spawner alive, so let's mine our way up, because we need to get a direct tunnel to this area. Oh, thankfully. Oh, I'm so glad we found this. Okay, now that we know where the end portal is, it's just a matter of getting all of our things down there. All right, now that we're at the end portal, there's a couple things I want to do before we try and make our way into the actual end. First, we need to cover up this lava. Okay, second, we're going to light the portal. I want to test something. So if I throw... Okay, it does go through. This is my idea for how we get all the extra supplies through the portal, is to chuck them and hope that they don't land in a dangerous spot where I can put them in a chest on the other side and come and get them if they're needed. Okay, everything is organized and I'm prepped to move into the end. There's just one last thing I want to do. I want to take my food bar up to full saturation. We're going to get absolutely wrecked in there, and the less we need to eat right away, the better, because we're going to just have to figure out what's going on. So by eating, you can see the white bar over my hunger is... Why am I fat? Bruh, that looks hilarious. The white bar is filling up, which will give me an extra layer of saturation. Oh, I can't even jump. Okay, maybe that was a bit of a mistake. That's hilarious. All right, boys, it's time. First thing we do, break this chest. These are all of our secondary items. We're gonna throw them through the portal, and we're gonna hope we can collect them on the other side. Then all these are our primary items that we intend on fighting with. Okay, let's make sure we didn't leave anything. Let's get blocks ready, ender pearls ready. We'll swap that out in case that helps with enderman. Okay, we're good, boys. It's time. Here we go. Okay, I'm in the dark. I'm withered. Okay, I need torches, I need torches, I need torches, I need torches. I'm good. I'm on an island. Mainland's over there. We go now. We need to get to the mainland. Oh, Ender Dragon. Just chill, brother. It's all fine. It's all fine. Good. See you right there. Let me through. I need to take a tunnel. That's all I want to do right now. I want to take a tunnel to the center. Somebody's hitting me. I want to take a tunnel to the center. Set up a little base camp. Oh, he's coming for me. We're gonna launch that over. I'm good. Okay, this is probably far enough. We're gonna build a little bit of a cubicle here. Get some chests down. Let's get all of our stuff in here. Let's get back to our other stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, get away. I'm not ready to fight him yet. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Okay, we need to mine up. Gatling before I go up there. I'm getting wrecked. Oh, of course there's witches. Poison, that's like the one thing that I can't. Why am I lightning? What just hit me? Oh, butts. What is this? Every time I break a portal, that's what it is. Oh my gosh, there's so many. And the not okay, seriously, that's a bit obnoxious. Every time you break one of these, it gives you the nausea. It lightnings you. Are you serious? Okay, we got this. Switch that out though. How's my armor? It's fine for now. One's gone. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Okay, where's the dragon? I think I got them all. Okay, here he comes. Not today, boy. Yeah, that's right. Get scared. Oh, I just wrecked him. Oh. What was? Oh, he's coming back. Wait, are there two? No, 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 no. This is the Ender Dragon fight. Oh, okay. Okay. Come at me, boy. Oh, cool. There are two. Oh, give me a break. That is not fair. Yeah, come on. Oh, the darkness. They use it so well. You just can't see them. Oh, I got one. Oh, yeah. You want to come for revenge, boy? Come on, get over here. Yeah. You don't like that, do you? I prepared. Here he comes. One more hit. No. It was one more hit. Oh, I got him. Did I win? Did I win? Oh, I won. Holy crap. Holy crap. We did. That was so easy. We destroyed that thing. Holy crap. That was a really intense fight. I will give it that. I definitely came a bit overprepared, but wow. Okay, well, we did it, boys. However, this isn't the end of the game. But to explain that, first, let's gather this experience, get all our items out of here, and then we'll talk about what's needed to actually beat the game. First, of course, we must collect this. Cool, we got it, we got it. We need to get out of here now. So let me throw these items through here. Okay, we did it, boys. Let's go. Where did all my items go? And where are we? What? No, I don't want to lose all that stuff. There's dirt slabs everywhere, though. Oh, it's spawned. Look. Boys, it's our first base. Yo. So where did all of my items go? Oh, right. Then we went that way, didn't we? Yeah, we went really far that way, then we went left. I remember where our base is. We have a ton of food. None of those items are really crucial to beating the game, although they would be useful. So here's where I popped out. All this stuff is just gone. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, let's head back to our base then. All right, well, I found Death Valley. Now it's just a matter of do I have enough blocks to get back to the base. Okay, so now that the Ender Dragon is defeated, there's actually one thing left to do to beat the game. According to the Better Rules Wiki and the community, the only way to beat the game is to build a full Soul Forge beacon. Now, to do that, it's going to require 2.5 stacks of blocks, and currently I don't have nearly enough. In addition to that, we're going to have to fight another Wither to put a beacon on top of it. Apparently, the Soul Forge beacon is special. I don't exactly know what abilities it gives us, but I think it's different from normal Minecraft. However, this means we need to collect a ton more Soul Forge. I am going to smelt down all of our old gear, which is sad. Thankfully, we kept that at least. This is so sad. All this protection for. Okay, so I smelted down everything we have, and this is how many blocks we can make. Oh, this is going to be so much Soul Forge. Dear God. I thought it was going to be the 3x3 grid. Oh, boy. Well, okay, after defeating the Ender Dragon, we did unlock a way to actually craft Soul Forge steel. However, there's just one issue with it. The crafting recipe requires 1 iron ingot, 1 coal dust, 1 soul urn, and 1 soul flux. The amount of time it would take to get all the materials necessary, we may as well just AFK a farm. That being said, our farms are not fast, so this could take a long time. I'll come back to you with rates after we AFK for long enough, and we'll see. I'm not sure if the Nether farm will be faster or if the overworld farm will be faster, but I'll try both. I'll compare the rates, and then once that's done, we'll just continue to AFK until we get this. Then, once we get the Soul Forge, we have to fight the Wither, then we can potentially beat the game, assuming we survive the Wither, which we should, but you know, assuming we do. Okay, time to spend the next week of my life doing this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Holy. Okay, so it's been about 8 hours, and now it's time to see how much the farm has yielded us. Oh boy, that's like barely anything. Oh, 14. Okay, we're gonna need to speed up the process. I'm thinking that we build a bigger mob grinder on top of ours, but to do that, I think we should use endstone, since it isn't affected by gravity and it's probably the easiest to mine. Now, it isn't the most terrible spot imaginable in the end, but I still think it's the best place. Okay, so I just read something on the wiki, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but it can make mining so much faster, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can make it. Okay, so apparently, if you take the dragon egg, we're gonna lose it through this, which is unfortunate, but it might give us something really cool. If we put this in the millstone. Oh my goodness, what has happened? Whoa, okay, is this thing like work, or like is it just like for fun? This is apparently some sort of mining drill that I really want to use, but I had no idea you got this. I gotta try this. Okay, there's a slime. Oh, this thing mercs. Wait, is it one shot? Oh, it one shots everything. Also, I'm just realizing, is gloom gone? Defeating the Ender Dragon must have killed it. Yeah, this thing, okay. Now it's time to see if my idea is trash or decent. So I'm gonna shoot. Oh, it does drop all the blocks. All right, I can just mine like tons of blocks with this, so it blows them up every time. Okay, it's still gonna be faster with a pickaxe, I think. Okay, I'm maybe thinking it's not. Okay, if we're gonna extend the layers a lot, we're gonna need a ton more vine traps so we can put them as false blocks. Okay, now we just have to build the new layers on top of the old mob grinder. Okay, so 5 new layers have been added, which should greatly increase the speed of this farm. Now it's just time to spend some time up there and see how it does. All right, it's been another 8 hours, but we have no idea how much stuff we've gotten from this expanded farm, so let's go find out, boys. Oh, that's good. Okay, we have 30 blocks now. Let's place them down and see how far we got. Boys, we're not even close. We're not even close. Oh boy. Okay, well, our mob grinder is a lot faster now, so maybe we can collect more things. Oh dear God. Oh boy. I feel like this is gonna be an issue, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, we got way too much stuff. Oh, this farm is way too fast now. I never thought that would be the issue. Okay, let's get all this Soul Forge out. We do have a crafting table here now, so make all these into ingots. Let's just take all the nuggets out and make as many ingots as we can. All right, let's see how many more blocks we have. Oh, there's like nothing. This isn't even enough for the first layer. Dear God. We need to set up more hoppers. Oh my gosh. All the hoppers need to be Soul Forge. You know what? We're gonna fix the hoppers down below, only except Soul Forge. But we're also gonna build this mob grinder a lot bigger, or at least a few more layers bigger, so we get Soul Forge even faster because we have so many more blocks to go. First things first, we're gonna only do Soul Forge in both of these. Same goes for this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. All we're accepting is Soul Forge. Okay, I think we might have more at our base, but this is all the endstone we have left over. Boys, you can probably tell how tired I am at this point. We have to mine out this whole area to get enough endstone to expand the farm. It's so slow to mine. All right, we got our first inventory full of endstone. Let's get out of here. Okay, now we gotta collect a ton of vines. All right, boys, time to extend the farm to make it even more efficient. All right, we've done it. We've added, I think, 4 more layers, so we'll see how efficient that gets us. Okay, so it's been a few more hours, and now it's time to see if our new system got us any more Soul Forge than the old one did. All right, and then let's turn them all into blocks. Out here, I used some stone to simulate what the entire size of the beacon is, so let's get rid of it and then see how far we got. I have a feeling this is not gonna make a very big dent, but let's find out. Hey, let's go. We completed 1 layer. Okay, so this is how far we got. It might not look like a lot, but these are the biggest layers. I think, honestly, after 1 more of these AFK sessions, we're gonna be really close. Okay, so it's been about 20 hours, so now it's time to see if we filled up all the hoppers or not. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, and then crafting it into ingots. All right, this is all the ingots we were able to get. Now I gotta go back to the base, spin blocks, and see how far we've gotten. All right, boys, I have faith in this one. This might be close to how many we need. Nah, it's gonna be all we need. I have faith. This is the last of it, right? Come on. Oh, it's actually gonna be super close. Oh my gosh. Well, we've done the hard part. Well, debatable, I guess. But we have a full Soul Forge beacon minus the beacon, which means now we need to get Wither skulls from the traders. First thing we need to do is we need to get more food, then go trade for the skulls. Okay, so here's the deal. If I give this guy a skeleton skull and emeralds, he'll give me a rune skull. Then I can take the rune skull to the priest and make it into a fuse skull, and then we can fight the Wither. But I'm gonna need a lot of emeralds for this, so this trading can take a few minutes. Okay, so I think this gives us enough to convert the rune skulls. Okay, there we go. Now we need to get enough emeralds to trade with the priest to make them into the infused skulls. Okay, this is gonna be really close. So we got 1 infused skull, and it all depends on his trades. Oh, 6? I think we got it, boys. I think we got it. Let's go! Okay, we still need to kill the Wither, but like, we have a machine gun. We have a freaking machine gun. We should be okay. Let's go home and prepare the final supplies before we fight this thing. All right, here we go, boys. First we have the bones. All right, and then we need 1 soul urn because we need to splash it onto the Wither. We're gonna need to smelt down our armor and repair it quick. Okay, and then last but not least, let's grab all our warfare items. We're just gonna spam gaps this time because we got them, boys. Okay, we're gonna let it rain, and then once we get a full day cycle, we're gonna go and fight this thing. The daytime's here, which means it's time to wrap up the last chapter of this challenge. All right, boys, this is the spot. All we gotta do is kill the Wither, and then we can claim the prize of being the hardest mod in Minecraft. There's a prize, it's just ego and stuff. First things first, we're gonna rune skulls up. That's our ranger inventory. I'm not gonna use the assault rifle. I think it's a little cheeky, and I'm not really for it. But I will use my 30 god apples. Whew, here we go, boys. CJ, cue the music. Fight boy. Not eight. Hey friend, how does it feel now that we're more evenly matched, huh? But it doesn't feel good. Oh no, sharp 5 boy. You ain't going nowhere. Oh, we got a little respawn trick. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. Oh boy. That was nearly not good. Oh, you got nothing, buddy. Hino Kami Kagura. Oh, let's go, boys. Okay, now we need to grab some obsidian to build the actual beacon. Okay, so I have everything. So if we do this, we can grab the beacon. Okay, now we gotta place it on top, boys. Let's go! Now we have to see what this does, because if this is the end goal of Battle Bulls, what's the point? What? What? I can't use it? What does it do? Okay, boys, we're looking at the wiki. What was the point of any of this? Are you actually kidding me? I just read the wiki. You wanna know what this thing does? It sets your spawn point! That's it! And with that, it marks the end of this challenge, but not the end of Vegetable's Nightmare Mode. You see, the mod author Elmy is updating this and adding more things like the Blood Moon, where mobs ignore all spawning requirements and literally spawn your head. I have no idea how the early game is supposed to work when that happens, but good luck. That and so much more, so by the time this video goes out, they may have updated it to the point where a lot of my strategies don't work anymore. That being said, a project like this can only continue with community support, so if you want to support Elmy, I've linked the Discord down below. Additionally, I've linked a video on how to install the mod below because it's gonna be a little tricky. But with that, I'll see you next time. Merry Christmas, and I dare you to try to beat this. Also, don't forget that I'm hosting events on my Discord, you can join, link it down below. Bye.